So hello to all of you, wherever you may be, from the Juventus Stadium in the Alpine city of Turin. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Tries to dink it in, and he's been judged offside. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. He scores!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. That's always a great sight, you know, on a football pitch. Nimble-footed, showed great balance and a really cool head to finish. And that kind of dribbling is really smart.
Italy grab an early lead. Good start. Drives it in. Up to meet it! Shoots! In it goes! Buffon did well the first time. Nothing he could do about the follow-up.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great poaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal. They just got caught napping.
Chip through. Florenzi. Candreva. Pella. Well positioned to make that interception. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, and the vision to get him through was all good, but the execution of the pass wasn't quite right. But importantly, he's holding his line until the very last moment, and that will pay off.
Spreads it wide. Halfway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. There's a move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Parolo. Pasquale with the ball through. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Spoon forward. It's over the line, and that'll be a goal kick. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Tries lifting it over. And through to the goalkeeper. Florenzi. Candreva. Oh, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Candreva. Goes for the cross. Has a shot! And the follow-up. He's missed, but not by that far. Boots it upfield. So what now? Marquisio. Chance. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up.
Well, we were unlikely to see a goal then because there were so many players crowding out that danger area. I think something very special was going to be needed.
He's had a go! De Rossi hurtles into the tackle. Pella. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. 5 minutes till the break. Lovely feet. He's a clever pass. And that's going to be a goal kick. Oh, good interception. Looks like a good ball through. Cuts it out. The referee brings the first half to a close. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Listen, you couldn't have asked for any more from this game. Plenty of action, lots of goals, and with it still even, it's all up for grabs second half too.
It's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. Was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Looks to slip it through. Oh, he's in! Pella shoots! Goal, Italy! And they get themselves in front! With time and space aplenty, he was never going to miss.
It's rarely a problem when that much time is afforded in the penalty box. Nobody sensed where the danger was lurking, and the finish was made a lot easier.
Italy take the lead. Pella. It's Pella! It's a loose ball. Lobs it in gently. Flags up. Florenzi. So can they find a way to turn round this deficit? El Shaarawy needed to come up with a better ball.
Yeah, it looked like there that he was asking just a little too much of himself to try and thread that ball through. It was a bit over-ambitious, but I like his thinking.
A long forward pass. Just about up to the hour now. Tries to cut back. Massive leap! Oh, just needed a better contact.
Yeah, and it all came from very good trickery in the wider position, but quite a static defence. Was pretty fortunate to survive that little episode. It should have been much worse.
And it's Florenzi. Marchisio. Hoists it high. Italy can count themselves very lucky there. They look fragile. Tries a through ball, timely intervention. Away from immediate danger. Pasquale. Floats one over. Well read, he sorted that out. El Shaarawy. This is gone, that's a foul. And That's going to be a booking. Deftly done. Candreva. Pella! Spectacular from Pella! 2 up and threatening to pull clear. Oh, the cross was inch perfect and the header unerring.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
Italy take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, they've opened a nice gap at this stage, but there's nothing to stop them from trying to widen it a little further.
Now the pass. And he's there to cut it out. Who's ball? Who's going to get there? Pasquale, aimed forward, and the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? What a throw in. Out of play for a goal kick. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. De Rossi. Pasquale. Parolo. El-Shaarawy. Pasquale. Passes it through. Nicely measured pass. El-Shaarawy. Can he find a finish now? Tries to stroke it through. Well played, he saw that coming. Marco Verratti. Is on the back foot. A chance! Marco Verratti. Florenzi with a long pass. Candreva gets into some space. Now the cross. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, this hurts. The pain of defeat very evident, and there are hard lessons to be learnt from it all when they regroup. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Listen, the one area that was most vulnerable was the heart of their defence. They've got to be far more robust in such a crucial position, and for me it cost them the game.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Hello and welcome from the St Jakob Park, the home of FC Basel. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Pasquale. And it's Pella. Tries lifting it over, and he's made certain that won't get through. Oh, he's broken through. Oh, it's hit the post. Goal, Italy! Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
Well, when you go one-on-one with the keeper, you can't afford any indecision, and that was decisive and clinical.
Italy have an early lead. Good start. Parolo. Now the pass. It was a move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Dashing forward at pace. Done very well to intervene. Tries the route one option. Candreva floats one over. Pella. Pella! Oh, he's really drilled it. There he is, making his presence felt.
He's just a nightmare for any defence. His movement, his pace, his anticipation, it's on another level. It's so hard for any defence to contain that.
That intervention was very necessary. Great leap! He has done it!
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it could happen.
Oh, lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle, but that was beautifully met, it really was.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, that's got them back in it, but it'll be very interesting to see what way they approach it now. Do they settle for that or push for more?
Looking to force his way through.
Just as well the defender was on hand to mop up the loose ball.
So midway through the first half, and it is a tight old tie. Marchisio plays a clever pass. He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Looks to slip it through. He's made sure that that won't get through. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. With a delicate ball. Oh, good interception. Candreva. Bonucci. Looking up to see who wants it. Pumps it forwards. Candreva. Pasquale. Chiellini. Defenders on the back foot. Looking to get within range. Puts it into the middle. Oh, that's not going to find its target. Oh, he's in! Turns and goes back. El Shaarawy knocks it towards the front. Florenzi. Ball's loose, who's getting there? That's not going to make it. Surely! Marchisio. De Rossi. Florenzi. Marquisio. Parolo. Looks to thread it through. It's a great ball. It's Marquisio! Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Referee's got a decision to make here. Oh, there's his decision. He's off. Well, the protest continues, but in the end, they are defending the indefensible. Eyeball to eyeball with the goalkeeper. That's as calm as you like.
Well, the keeper certainly guessed right, but there was enough power to find the target.
Italy go into the lead. And we've reached half-time. Gets things going for the second half.
Well, I'm sure the manager's talked the talk, and now it's time for these players to walk the walk and deliver a rousing response to a rousing team talk.
Now it's Parolo. Chip through. Pella! Spectacular from Pella! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe.
Oh, that was a close call, but for me, he timed his run to absolute perfection there to stay just onside, and he's still a lot to do, you know, but I think he's tucked that away really well.
He's made it 2, and no doubt he's hungry for more. Italy take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, they've opened a nice gap at this stage, but there's nothing to stop them from trying to widen it a little further.
Boots it upfield. Ball's out on the left now. Marquisio.
We've got to see a real determination and purpose now if this deficit is to be recovered. No holding back and being patient about this challenge. It's time to roll the sleeves up and go for it.
Out towards the flank. It's Pella! They are rampant! And the lead is 3! It is surely done! That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
He snaffles his third, and that earns him the match ball.
That defence must be sick of the sight of him. He's been persistent and ruthless all game. He just hasn't stopped working.
Italy blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. Parolo goes long and forward. Al-Sharawi with the ball through. Drilled in low. And the ball's come out! Forward it goes. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. And it's Candreva, coaxed out to the wing. What an adventurous run from a defender. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Aim forward. And now they can launch a counter. Looks like a good ball through. Can he deliver? Candreva did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. It's a long forward pass. Oh, denied at the last.
Well, there wasn't much on for him, so it was worth a shot. It was worth a try from there.
a long pass towards the front. Brings it forward. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Kings it out wide. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. De Rossi. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. This is quite a run, and he's not done yet. Looking for a decent ball in. Al-Sharawi.
Well, I think it was a little difficult for him to pick exactly the right option there. There were so many in the box. I don't think we should be totally surprised that he actually went for the shot in the end.
Al-Sharawi. Barolo. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Surely this will be the last chance. Barolo. And it's De Rossi. And that will be the final act. Well, the scoreline doesn't tell the whole story. They were outclassed in every possible way. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, at the beginning of this game, they were sloppy and they were found wanting, and I thought they were quite unprofessional when they conceded so early, and surely it should act as a wake-up call now for what lies ahead.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.